Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. Hang tight. We'll be right back in a moment after this. Commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the MLB, the MLBPA, the American League, National League, or their sponsors. We're giving live English reports on the game being played and hope that English-speaking audiences around the globe can enjoy the games on YouTube and Twitch along with us. Tonight, from Petco Park in San Diego, we are bringing you the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. It is going to be the first game in the series between these two Western Division rivals and National League Western Division rivals. And so we are going to give you the starting lineups, first of all, from the visitors from San Francisco. Leading off in center field, wearing number 13, is Austin Slater. Batting second and playing first base is number 41, Wilmer Flores. Hitting third and playing in right field is number 5, Mike Yastrzemski. And the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 10, Evan Longoria. Batting fifth at third base, number 7, J.D. Davis. Hitting sixth and playing shortstop, wearing number 35, is Brandon Crawford. Batting seventh at second base, wearing number 39, is Thairo Estrada. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 21, Joey Bart. And batting ninth in left field, wearing number 51, is Luis Gonzalez. And they are going to be facing Blake Snell, who goes for the Padres this evening. Snell, on the year, is making his 14th start. He's got 67 innings pitched. He's got 55 hits allowed. He's given up 33 runs, of which 31 have been earned, 34 walks, and 87 strikeouts. And he's got an earned run average of 4.16. So that's the starting lineup for the Giants. And now the starting lineup for the home team from San Diego, the Padres. Leading off and playing in left field is number 10, Jurickson Profar. Batting second into right field, wearing number 22, is Juan Soto. Hitting third and playing third base, wearing number 13, is Manny Machado. The cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 24, Josh Bell. Batting fifth at first base is number 17, Brandon Drury. The sixth spot and playing shortstop is number 7, Ha-Seong Kim. Hitting seventh at second base, wearing number 9, is Jake Cronenworth. Batting eighth in center field, number 5, Will Myers. And batting ninth and doing the catching is number 38, Jorge Alfaro. And they are going to be facing Alex Wood, who takes to the hill with a 7-9 record. He's worked 106 innings. He's allowed 106 hits, 56 runs, 52 of which have been earned. He has walked 26 and struck out 105. So those are your starting lineups for both teams. We're less than 4 minutes away from the first pitch of the ball game. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in just a couple moments after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number, either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deerdick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss Baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody, and we appreciate you, Dave, at Zero Fox Sports, as we do Steve Rademacher. Tonight, the San Francisco Giants are coming off a high. They won 6-4 yesterday in Oakland, playing their crosstown rivals, the Athletics. It is Logan Webb picked up the win yesterday as Camilo Duvall got his 14th save. They are going to be playing the San Diego Padres, who are returning home after a rough series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball took care of the Padres 4-0, and were 2-hit with Tyler Anderson doing most of the work on the mound for the Dodgers last night, as Yu Darvish took the loss going to 10-5. Well, the teams have taken the field, as have the San Diego Padres, and we're about ready to get this one underway. It'll be Slater, Flores, and Yastrzemski coming to bat. As we said, this is going to be the first game of the series. Tomorrow night's game is going to be the same time and same place. We'll be calling that one again for you as well. That is going to be Alex Cobb going against Joe Musgrove. It'll be the Tuesday matchup. And then on Wednesday, it is a getaway day, as that it is going to be a game that's going to take place at 4 o'clock Eastern or 1 o'clock Pacific time. It is going to be Jacob Junis going for the Giants and Sean Manaea going for the San Diego Padres. So we'll take care of the first two games of this series. We're glad you guys could be here with us to be able to listen in. So Snell has completed his warm-up tosses. We are ready to get this one underway, as it'll be Slater, Flores, and Yastrzemski to face the left-hander for the Padres. For Austin Slater on the season, he's batting .270. He's got 5 homers and 25 runs batted in. He has been roughed up a little bit over the last week or so. He really struggled when we called that Dodgers and Giants series early in the week. Only had 1 hit during that series. There's a fastball that misses upstairs to Slater, and we are underway in San Diego. So 1-0 to Slater. Slater bats from the right side against the left-handed throwing Blake Snell, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count's now 2-0. Tonight, the Padres are wearing their home whites, their traditional pinstripe, with the brown and yellow trim. The San Francisco Giants are in their road grays with the black and orange trim. And here comes the offering from Snell. It's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. It gets away from the catcher, Alfaro. That's going to run the count to 2-1. It was on the inside corner. I don't like it when catchers drop the ball. I'd rather see them receive the ball and earn the strike for their pitcher, which it looked like it was a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Slater. And here's the offering. It is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Blake Snell has not seen the same success in San Diego that he had with Tampa Bay in the early part of his career. As the left-hander ready to rock into the motion again. And he kicks and he fires. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count now runs full. In 2018, Snell was 21-5 for the Rays. He had a 1.89 ERA. He was the Cy Young Award winner and an All-Star. It's the only time in his career he's been an All-Star. As he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball that misses up and away, and Austin Slater is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the first inning. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Wilmer Flores. But since Snell has arrived in San Diego, his ERA surprisingly has been inflated in a pitcher's friendly park. He was at 4.20 last year. He's 4.16 this year, much along the same lines. Season, his first with the Padres, he was 7-6. This year he's 4-5. So a 500 pitcher over the first year and a half of his time in San Diego. So Flores steps to the plate, batting .249. He's got 16 homers and 56 runs batted in. And here comes the first offering from the lefty Snell. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Snell is not quite finishing his pitches. He's almost in a similar location up and away to both Slater and Flores. Left-hander takes a deep breath and he's ready to resume the action. Our friend Mick is up in the house. We welcome you and thank you for being here again tonight as always. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to Flores. The umpires for tonight's game, it is Sean Barber behind the plate. Jeremy Riggs is at first base. David Rackley is at second base. And in the rocking chair over at third base, it is Larry Vanover. Snell comes set. He checks the runner at first. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It's fouled straight back. Flores was right on time with the pitch. Runs the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not getting the start tonight for the Giants is Brandon Belt. He gets the night off. As is Tommy LaStella. Jock Peterson returning to the lineup after his time on the concussion list. Lamont Wade Jr. and Austin Wynns will all be options for the Giants off the bench tonight. So here's the 1-2 from Snell, but instead he throws over to first and getting back is Slater. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it still is to the right-handed hitting Flores. 76 degrees in San Diego, pretty much a perfect night for baseball. It's partly cloudy. Wind is blowing from left field to right field at 6 miles an hour at game time. And again, throwing over to first base, and again, easily getting back to the bag is base runner Slater. Establishing his lead at first, again, is the base runner. He doesn't have what we would call a really aggressive lead. The lefty on the mound as Snell holds set, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow center field, and it's going to get down in front of Myers, and it's going to short hop him, and making his way all the way over to third is Austin Slater. That is going to be a base hit for Flores. So he's got himself a single, and Slater has moved himself all the way around to third base. It's going to put runners on the corners. Slater was moving on the pitch, and the ball was a line drive to center field. It was a bit of a sinking liner, and Myers, who gets the start tonight, does a decent enough job to be able to keep it from getting by him, but he doesn't allow the runner or the ball to squirt by him, so the batter runner Flores can't advance to second. But that puts runners on the corners, and it brings Mike Yastrzemski to the plate, so the Giants have something brewing here in their top of the first inning. See, lefty Snell holds set. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count's now 0-1. Sean Barber, the home plate umpire, is really delayed in terms of going up with the right hand. So we're going to have to hang in there with them to make sure that we don't miss a call. Sometimes that is the case on some of the umps. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Snell kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats behind home plate, and that's going to run the count to no balls and 2 strikes on Yastrzemski. And here comes the 0-2 offering. Snell kicks and he fires. That is the breaking ball swung on and missed. Yastrzemski is gone for out number 1 here in the first inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Evan Longoria. Defensively tonight for the Padres, from left to right, it is Jurickson Profar getting the start in left. The center fielder is Will Myers, and in right field, it's Juan Soto. Around the horn from first to third. At first base, it is Brandon Drury. Second baseman is Jake Cronenworth. At shortstop, it is Ha-Seong Kim. And the third baseman is Manny Machado, with the battery of Blake Snell and Jorge Alfaro working tonight. So Longoria steps to the plate, and the first pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Longoria batted .243 with 9 homers and 19 runs batted in. From the right side against the left-handed throwing Blake Snell. Our friend Mick says he's got the Orioles on money line. The Mets also the same. He's got the Cubs -1.5. Angels money line and Padres -1.5. So he's got his fingers crossed as he pitches swung on and fouled away, and now it's 0-2 to Longoria. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just a couple of programming notes as we do this game tonight. As we said, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow with the same 2 teams. Wednesday night, we're going to be doing the Japanese League game at 10 o'clock Pacific or 1 a.m. Eastern. As there is a midweek game in the NPB because of the mountain holiday, which would be Thursday in Japan. As the fastball comes inside on Longoria, the count goes to 1-2. We have put some of our stream schedule up, so if you're on our page, you can see what we're doing over the next few days. We've got the next 5 games ahead of us. The only night we're not doing anything is going to be Thursday evening. We have nothing currently scheduled on the docket. And here comes the 1-2 offering. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Longoria stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 2. That is going to bring up the third baseman, J.D. Davis. So for Davis, he's hitting .241. He's got 6 homers and 24 RBIs. He made his debut in that Dodgers series earlier last week. And he hit his first home run in a Giants uniform. So he steps up to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 away now as Snell's looking to wiggle himself out of this jam. As he holds set and now delivers, it's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Davis. So 1 ball and no strikes. Davis, of course, acquired in the trade with the New York Mets at the trade deadline. The Mets were looking to offload the third baseman as they were in a bit of a logjam positionally. So here comes the 1-0 offering. There's a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes even at 1-1. The Giants are a team that, in my opinion, is a bit in flux. They're going to have to make some decisions. They've got some players that are a little long in the tooth. The retirement last year of Buster Posey. We would say the imminent retirements of Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford. I would think they're going to be finishing off their careers in the Giants uniforms. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2. But looking to backfill some of these players, I would think that who they're looking to build around Austin Slater, with the type of season he's having, it looks like he's going to be in a Giant uniform for a bit. Joey Bart behind the plate. Starting to flash some power now, just hasn't brought the batting average up to go with it. But after that, there'll be some decisions on what directions they want to go and what players they may want to add in the offseason if they're going to do the free agency route. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Davis. They've never been shy away from picking up a free agent here and there, or signing, or making a trade, making a splash. And the Giants have some homegrown players that are on the way, just not quite ready yet. So here comes the 2-2 offering to Davis as the lefty Snell is set. Now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball down. They say that he went picking up the ball as Alfaro, and he tags Davis, and that is going to be it. So Blake Snell, who allowed a walk and a single, comes back and strikes out the side. So for the Giants in their half of the first inning, there was no runs a hit. There were no errors, and 2 runners left the board. We are through a half inning in San Diego. It is the San Francisco Giants, no score. The San Diego Padres coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could pop in here with us. Our friend Mick says, are you double dipping tonight? Yeah, we're not going to be double dipping tonight, unfortunately, for our friend Mick. We're going to be just doing the single shot. Hang tight, guys. We'll be right back.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher, And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher after the game. Be sure to go over and check him out. We're moving to the bottom of the first. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the top of the order coming up here for the Padres. And the first offering from Alex Wood is a fastball taken for a call and strike. And the count is 0-1. Jurickson, Profar, Juan Soto, and Manny Machado to face the left-hander. Profar batting .253 with 12 homers and 47 runs batted in. As here's the offering from Wood. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a call and strike. And the count is now quickly 0-2. Alex Wood, when he delivers, and he rocks into the motion, he is at full capacity. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. Crawford fields it. He throws over to first, and that is going to retire Profar for the first out of the inning. It's a ground out 6-3 for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Juan Soto. For Soto on the season, he's batting .249. He's got 21 homers and 46 RBIs. Since coming over to the Padres at the trade deadline, he's 5 for 16. He has a double and a triple, but no home runs yet. The other impressive part is he's brought with him the 5 walks and no strikeouts. Soto is a difficult hitter to strike out, and he is one of those few players who walks more than he strikes out. Here's the pitch from Wood. It is a breaking ball. Swung on it is a check swing, and it gets past the third baseman, Davis, and it squirts into left field. And that is going to put Soto aboard. We're going to see how they're going to score it. At first glance, I thought that may have been a base hit, but there was a lot of English on it. Not an easy play there by the third baseman. We'll check and see what that ends up being as the scorer sees it. Soto checked his swing. He was able to get out of the box. It was to the backhand side, and Davis had to dive, and it went off his glove into shallow left field. That is going to be scored as a base hit. So Soto's aboard with a single. That brings up the third baseman, Manny Machado. For Machado on the season, he's hitting .289 with 19 homers and 60 runs batted in. So left-hander against the right-hander. Wood kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that backs Machado off the plate for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Defensively tonight for the Giants, from left field to right field, it'll be Luis Gonzalez in left, Austin Slater's in center, and Mike Yastrzemski's in right field. And here comes the 1-0 offering now from the lefty Wood, who delivers a fastball that's swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats on the first base side, and that's going to even the count at 1s. Around the horn from first to third, it's Wilmer Flores at first. The second baseman tonight is Tyro Estrada. The shortstop is Brandon Crawford, and J.D. Davis is holding down the third base bag. The battery is Alex Wood and Joey Bart. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's the offering to Machado, it's a breaking ball swung on it, is lifted into shallow right field. Going out on it is the second baseman, Estrada. Coming in is Yastrzemski, and he makes the catch. And that's going to retire Machado for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to Josh Bell. For Josh Bell, on the season, he's batting .297 with 14 homers and 58 RBIs. Since coming over to the Padres, he is 3 for 15. He's hitting .200, no homers and 1 RBI. But he, too, right now is walked more than he struck out in the Padre uniform, 4 times to 3 times. He's having himself a very good campaign this year for both the Padres and Nationals, as a fastball misses up and in for ball one. The count is 1-0. When he first went over to Washington, it was kind of in a bit of a numbers game. They had him playing in the outfield because Ryan Zimmerman was still playing, and he was playing first base. But this year, Bell pretty much holding it down at the first base position as a fastball misses up and in for a ball, and the count's now 2-0. A chance to be comfortable and getting a chance to play every day. For Josh Bell, in terms of contract, he's a free agent at the end of this season. So one would think, depending on how he does here, it's going to give him some leverage. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded over to short. Crawford juggles it a little bit. He throws to the second baseman, Estrada, covering. That's going to retire Soto on a fielder's choice, 6-4 for out number 3. And that is going to do it here in the first inning for the Padres. So they had no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left the board. We're now through 1 complete in San Diego. It is the Giants no score, the Padres no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments after this from our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. Brandon Crawford, you step in to face the lefty Blake Snell, and he swings at a breaking ball outside for a count of 0-1. Crawford is hitting .220. He's got 5 homers and 34 RBIs. He just came back off the injured list last week. As he waits on the offering here from Snell, it's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-1. The Giants have had their injury woes this year as Crawford has missed a number of games. He's just going to be his 75th ball game of the year. He's playing in. And here comes the 1-1 from Snell. Rocks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crawford, Longoria, Jock Peterson, all having missed time. various points of the season. Lots of expected from those three in the lineup. There's a fastball that just misses outside at 97, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crawford. Snell takes his breath. He ready to go back to work as he rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thairo Estrada, the second baseman, will wait his turn on deck. And here comes the full count pitch to Brandon Crawford. Snell kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up into shallow right field. Moving over underneath it is Juan Soto. He's there, and he makes the catch. That's going to retire Crawford for the first out of the inning here, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. For Estrada, he's batting .262. He's got 10 homers and 43 runs batted in. Like Snell, when he gets on a roll, he can get really, really tough. And if he settles in here, it could be a long night for the Giants. It's a very healthy crowd here in San Diego, and it's a beautiful night for baseball in Southern California. And here's the offering from Snell. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Estrada digs himself in. This is his 92nd game of the season for the right-handed hitting second baseman. As he waggles the bat, and Snell goes into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count now is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Estrada digs in. Here comes the pitch from Snell, who kicks and fires. It is a fastball that's taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 1-2. I'll tell you, if Blake Snell can live down there at the knees, but the way that he has that downward taper on the fastball, it's going to be a really tough night for Giants hitters. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alfaro sets up on the outside part of the plate, and there's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded off the glove of Snell, up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, Cronenworth, who throws to first. And that is going to retire Estrada. That's going to be a 1-4-3 putout. The Giants may want to have a look at this one. They're going to see if they're going to challenge this. Gabe Kapler's got the brakes up. And he says, nope, no challenge there. It was Snell who slowed the ball down. Sometimes if you can't make the play or don't think you're gonna, you just kind of let her go. That ended up slowing the ball down, but it still got the Cronenworth, and he still was able to retire the batter runner in time. So as we said, it's a ground out 1-4-3 for the second out, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. For Bart, he's batting .212 on the year. He's got 9 homers and 17 RBIs. There's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count's 1-0. Bart was languishing for quite a while below 200. But it's been over the last 2.5 weeks that he's been able to pull his average up, and he's doing it with some power as well. 9 home runs this year for the right-handed hitting catcher, which will be a added bonus for the Padres. For the Giants, if he can continue to swing the bat like that. He looked like he had a power outage his first couple of trips to the big leagues as a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count's 1-1. He made his big league debut back in 2020, had 103 at-bats and had 7 extra base hits, but no home runs. Then last year, he only had 6 at-bats at the big league level. And nothing to show for it. And here's the 1-1. It's a breaking ball that just misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-1 on Bart. Bart was a first-round pick out of the Georgia Tech Institute of Technology. And here's the offering from Snell. It's a fastball that misses outside. Bart checked his swing, but didn't go, and that's going to run the count now to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. But the Giants have subsequently, after Bart, who was picked in the first round, second overall of the draft in 2018. They went on to take another catcher, Patrick Bailey, who was currently in the minor league system for the Giants. So here comes the 3-1 offering. As a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 3-2 on Bart. So I don't know if that's a lack of confidence or what that might be, but it's definitely one of those ones where you're looking over your shoulder saying, hey, you just drafted me first overall or with your number 1 pick second overall, and you follow up and you've got another catcher in the system who's a 1. So here comes the 3-2 offering as, again, Snell steps off the back of the rubber and he's going to reach down and go for the rosin bag. Now he resets himself up. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Alfaro. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of the left fielder, Profar. And Bart's got himself a 2-out single. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Luis Gonzalez. So for Gonzalez, he's hitting .274. He's got 4 homers and 30 runs batted in. To say I've got a chance to see some of the Giant games more recently, and I really like what they have in Luis Gonzalez. He's sort of versatile. He can play left field. He plays right field, both the corner positions, and he moves fairly well. He had a base running calf the other night against the Dodgers, but he's been able to bunt for base hits and does a lot of little things and things that can excite you a little bit about the game. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Luis Gonzalez. So no balls and 1 strike. Snell leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, and now he comes set. Here comes the 0-1 offering as Snell kicks and delivers. It is a ball that's bunted back to the pitcher. It's fielded by Snell. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Gonzalez. Again, that was what we talked about. He tries to make little things happen, but a nice play by the pitcher Snell. As he gets off the mound, it's going to go down as a ground out 1-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it here in the top of the second for the Giants. While they had no runs, there was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 1.5. It is the Giants nothing, the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the second inning after this when we return. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you, a clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching The Last Raps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this, getting started, has good following already. We have Redbeard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Raps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate your support. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back to the call at the bottom of the second inning when we return. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming to bat for San Diego, and that's going to be Brandon Drury to lead it off, followed by Ha-Seong Kim and Jake Cronenworth. And the first pitch offered to Drury is a fastball that misses down for ball one, and the count is 1-0. For Drury, he's batting .268. He's got 21 homers and 65 runs batted in, as the fastball is swung on and lifted into shallow right center field. Drifting over on it is Austin Slater, as Yastrzemski gives way, and he's going to make the catch. So that's going to be a fly ball to center field for out number one here in the second inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. For Ha-Seong Kim, he has really started to figure out the big league pitching. He's done a lot better this year than he did last year. He's got an average at .247 with 6 homers and 37 runs batted in. Kim, in his debut last year for the Padres, had a difficult time adjusting, as he had only hit .202 and a little bit of power with the 8 homers and 34 RBIs. After coming over from the KBO, where he was one of their dominant players, there's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. But facing major league pitching versus KBO pitching is a little bit different, as here comes the 1-0 offering. That's Woodrocks and the Chandler, as it is a breaking ball swung on it, popped up over on the third base side. And drifting over and watching it sail into the seats is the third baseman, J.D. Davis. Runs the count even at 1-1. When in his last year with the Kaiwoom Eagles in 2020, the shortstop Kim had 30 homers and drove in 109 runs while batting .306. And the difference was, coming into the big leagues last year, his batting average fell over 100 points. He also had half as many at-bats, but even production-wise, if he would have doubled that, he would have fell well short of his Korean production. So there's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Fairly efficient inning in that first inning of work for the lefty Wood, only 11 pitches. As now Kim has asked for time as he steps out. He needs to adjust himself. So Wood rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-1. As we said, Alex Wood, when he goes into the motion, he really works quickly. He is very, very fast. Some guys, they work slow with their lower half and they explode out. He works fast and then either explodes or is able to take something off, just like that one there, as he take off a lot off that breaking ball that cut the outside corner, and the count is now 3-2 to Kim. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Quaffs is in the house. There's a fastball swung on it. It is popped up down the third base line. Drifting over toward the seats is J.D. Davis, and he's going to make the catch. And Kim is going to be retired for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. For Cronenworth, he's batting .236 with 11 homers and 56 runs batted in. He has a drop down in the batting order, hitting in the 7th spot tonight. That's after the trade to acquire Drury, Machado, or the trades to acquire Drury, Soto, and Bell. He's pushed Cronenworth down, as he's not been hitting for the average like he was last year, as he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to the San Diego second baseman. Wood delivers again, and there's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and now the count is 0-2. Alex Wood is way ahead in the count. The center fielder, Will Myers, will wait his turn on deck, and here comes the 0-2 offering. And that is a breaking ball that is spiked up to the plate. Gets by the catcher, Joey Bart, all the way to the backstop, but that's going to run the count to 1-2. Our friend Quaff says, I had the NRFI in this game, and there's a fastball that backs Cronenworth off the plate, and that runs the count now to 2-2. Sweating it out with guys on first and the third. So that's no runs in the first inning, I believe, is what Quaffs is telling us. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there is a breaking ball swung on it. It is popped up into shallow center field. Coming in on it is Austin Slater. He's underneath. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it here for the Padres in their half of the second inning. So San Diego goes quietly, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 2 complete in San Diego. It's the Giants nothing, the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 3rd inning after this from our friend, Matt Hollis.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Appreciate our friend Matt. Be sure to check out him after the ball game. He is a San Diego native and a fan of the Padres, so we won't hold that against him in this game, as it is 0-0 Giants and Padres. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the top of the order coming up here for the Giants in their half of the 3rd inning. That means Austin Slater, Wilmer Flores, and Mike Yastrzemski to get things going. Our friend Quaffs likes that particular jingle. It's Gunpowder Tea. I forget who it was who did that one there, but that is some stock music. As Slater, Flores, and Yastrzemski come to the plate. Slater walked his first time up as he got things going in the 1st inning. It was a walk and a single to begin the ball game, and then Blake Snell got tough and retired the rest of the Giants in order by striking out the side. So here comes the first pitch to Slater as Snell kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Slater hitting from the right side against the left-handed slants of Snell, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is now 0-2. I'm curious to see how the Padres will manage their bullpen. Their starting staff is probably the highlight of the ball club, but when they get into the playoffs, one would think that the back couple arms are going to move into the pen, as there's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and Slater has gone on strikes for the first out of the inning. Had to wait there for just a moment to see if he had got a piece of it to foul it off. That ball was buried into the dirt, and he was way out in front. And he is gone for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Wilmer Flores. For Flores, he's batting .249. Actually, he's batting .251 now with the base hit in the 1st inning. He's got 16 homers and 56 RBIs. Snell goes into the windup and delivers, and it's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. This is in some ways in the first 3 innings here, some vintage Blake Snell on the mound. He's got 4 strikeouts now in the ball game. And here comes the 0-1 offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field. It's in foul territory. Moving back on it is the first baseman Drury, who makes the catch. That is going to retire Flores for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. His average is dipped to .224. These 2 pitchers here, both Wood and Snell, if they're on their game, it can make it very difficult for the opposition hitters tonight. As he kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Yastrzemski. Gorgeous night, as we said, in San Diego. The temperature at first pitch was 76 degrees, maybe just a little bit warmer than perfect conditions. And there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. That last fastball was at 96 miles an hour. So 96 and 97 is where Snell can run it up to. He's very masterful tonight about being able to take a little bit of something off his pitches and come back with a breaking ball in the mid-80s to get the hitters out in front. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. What's he got in store for Yastrzemski? As he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball upstairs. It misses for a ball, and the count is 1-2. Last pitch was at 95 miles an hour. So the velocity is there for the left-hander. Snell rocks into the motion, and he delivers the 1-2 pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded to the right side. It is in shallow right field, where it is fielded by the second baseman, Cronenworth. He throws to first, and Yastrzemski's retired on a ground out 4-3 for out number 3, and that's going to do it for the Giants in the top of the third inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 2.5 innings. It is the Giants nothing, the Padres no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the third inning. In just a couple moments, we're glad you guys could be here with us. Here is our friend Steve again, Steve Rademacher.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie in Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order coming up here for the Padres in their half of the third. It is going to be Will Myers, Jorge Alfaro, and the top of the order, Jerkson Profar. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses inside to Myers for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Wood back to work quickly as Myers waves at a breaking ball, and that's going to run the count to 1-1. Myers batting .236 with a homer and 22 RBIs. He was the subject of a lot of trade rumors just prior to the deadline. Here's the offering from Wood. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-1. He was much like Eric Hosmer. There were suggestions that Myers was going to be dealt to pretty much anybody who would take him, but at the end of the day, when the dust settled, he was the one left standing in San Diego. And there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and it's going to run the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Padres right now are in a wild card race and in a wild card battle for one of the 3 spots, as there's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count is now 3-2. You look at the standings in the National League. The Dodgers are running away with the National League West. The Mets are the leaders in the East, and in the Central, it's the Cardinals, as a fastball is taken for a called third strike. Myers stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jorge Alfaro. But in the National League, San Diego right now has a 1.5 lead over the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are 4-6 in their last 10. It's the Atlanta Braves who lead the wild card race. They are 64-46. They are in the process of a battle with the Mets. The Mets are on a roll right now in the National League. The Philadelphia Phillies are 9-1 in their last 10 ball games. They've won 5 straight. They've now pushed themselves into the second wild card position. As here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lined right to the second baseman, Estrada, who's standing right behind second base. That's going to retire Alfaro for the second out of the inning. So a soft line drive to the second baseman. So 2 up and 2 away. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Jerkson Profar. But the other 2 teams that are on the outside looking into the wild card, the Brewers are now a 1.5 back. They've really faded since the trade of Josh Hader. They are 4-6 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game losing streak. The San Francisco Giants, who won their last couple of games in Oakland, they're 6.5 back in the wild card behind these Padres. So Padres could put some distance or further distance between them and the Giants here with this particular series. And there's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Profar. Padres at 11 games over 500. One would think after the acquisitions that they should make the playoffs, but it's not a slam dunk that they will. You said the Phillies have been playing outstanding baseball. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. And it's interesting that they're playing good baseball with Bryce Harper not in their lineup right now. Imagine what the boost would be when that left-handed bat gets back in the lineup. So 2 balls and no strikes to Profar. And here's the pitch from Wood. It is a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Wood steps off the backside of the rubber as Profar steps out with 1 foot out to reset himself. And here's the 2-1 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. Coming in on it is Gonzalez, and he makes the catch. And that is going to do it here for the Padres in their half of the 3rd inning. They go quietly again. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 3 complete in San Diego. It is the Giants nothing and the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 4th inning. When we return, it is 0-0 between these 2 ball clubs. Not much to choose either. We'll be right back after this from Steve.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment with the call right after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the heart of the batting order coming up here for the Giants in their half of the fourth inning. That means Evan Longoria, J.D. Davis, and Brandon Crawford. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and into Longoria for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Our friendly living room says, "Can I make a request?" And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. Well, it depends on what the request is. And here comes 2 balls and no strikes to Blake Snell, who's pitching here to Longoria in the fourth inning. Snell gets his sign from the catcher Alfaro, and he rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow center field, but this ball is going to get down for a base hit, as Longoria is going to be up here for a leadoff single, and the count, he is now aboard with a hit, and that is going to put a runner at first base with nobody out, and that's going to bring up J.D. Davis. He says, "I want to hear a Germany story." Well, we had a few stories in Germany, but some of them can't be sent over the airwaves. We'll keep those ones filed away. If we do it, maybe we'll have to tell it in German as the batter Davis steps to the plate with the runner on first and nobody out. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses. Oh, it actually catches the upstairs corner for a called strike. As we said, the home plate umpire, Sean Barber, tonight, really slow with the right hand, and that pitch would not have passed the hit tracks or the K-zone or whatever you want to call it. They flash up on the screen. So no balls and 1 strike to Davis. As here comes the 0-1 offering of the lefty Snell. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Probably one of the games that we won in Germany. We were playing against the Gauting Indians, and their home field was in just outside of Munich. They had 2 teams in Munich, the Hired Disciples and Gauting. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. As the lefty Snell kicks and delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. And it was probably one of the more entertaining games that we had played. We had a situation. It was late in the ball game, and we had a starter on the mound, and our starter was the Czech international pitcher Aleš Kaperta. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. As Snell holds steady, checks the runner over at first base, and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count's now 2-2, and so we were ahead by a run, and I decided I was going to go to the bullpen, and we were going to bring in our left-handed pitcher, Pat Carlson. Carlson was a left-hander he was a French national team pitcher, but he had played his college ball in the States. And we brought him in, bases loaded. We also substituted our right fielder. I can't remember who we took out, but we put in, right fielder was Johannes Stockhausen. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside. The count's now 3-2. So what ends up happening is we went to 3-2 on the hitter, and the hitter hit a sinking liner into the right center field gap, and Stockhausen got on his horse and laid out parallel to the ground, made a diving catch to end up sealing the game and won the ball game for us. And we ended up winning that game. I forget, it was 5-4 or 6-5, something like that. Our shortstop, Eddie Martinez, had 11 defensive assists. He was absolutely fantastic in the field. Single-handedly, defensively controlled the game for us. But that was how the game had ended. It was definitely a nail-biter. Stockhausen, now, if we didn't take wherever we had out there and put Stockhausen in, we probably don't get to that ball, and that ball's probably in the gap, and we end up getting walked off. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Davis. Longoria is the runner at first base as Snell comes set. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Profar, and that's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring Brandon Crawford to the plate. So this is the second threat that the Giants have had in their 4 innings at the stick. Is the first inning they had runners at the corners with nobody out and failed to score, and now they've got something brewing here in the 4th. So for Crawford, he's 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right field his first time up, batting .220 with 5 homers and 34 runs batted in. So Crawford stands in, and one of the challenges with our outfielders in Germany, we had some really good athletes. That was the thing. We had some athletic guys that could run, they could do certain things. And here comes the pitch from Snell. It is a fastball swung on. This is lifted into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Myers. He fires it back in, but stopping at third is going to be Evan Longoria. Davis is going to come into second, and Crawford's got himself a hit. So back-to-back singles here in the top of the fourth inning, and it's the bases loaded right now for the Padres. That brings Thairo Estrada to the plate. So for Estrada, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded it back off the pitcher to a 1-4-3 putout his first time up. Estrada batting .261 on the year with 10 homers and 43 RBIs. So they've got the first baseman, Brandon Drury, just tucked in behind the runner at first. They are playing for a double play all around. They'll give up a run here if there's a ground ball anywhere else. There's a fastball at 97 that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Estrada. So 1 ball and no strikes. As he leans in, he gets the sign from his catcher, and now he's ready to work as he now comes sent at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 1-1. I was saying about our Stockhausen and our others, Malachy and Toysh, could all run in the outfield. We're all pretty decent. Very good athletes. Could throw the ball a little bit, run a little bit, and couldn't hit worth a lick. I think combined they were below 210 as a combination of all 3 outfielders. There's a fastball swung on and tapped foul, and the count's going to go 1-2. I thought sometimes when we were playing in different games that we would have been better off just having them go up to the plate and stand there with the bat on the shoulder for 3 pitches and then start her at bat from there. It wouldn't matter. Even if we took 3 pitches for strikes, the bat should not start until they got to the 4th pitch, because if they swung early in the count, there was a chance they might hit it and still not be able to get a hit. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into center field. Making the catch is Myers. Tagging at third and heading home is the runner Longoria. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. It's also going to advance J.D. Davis over to third as he tags. Holding it first is Crawford. So that is a sacrifice fly to 8 for the first RBI, and that's going to bring up the catcher Joey Bart with runners on the corners. So for Bart, he's 1 for 1 tonight. He's had a single in his only trip, and right now we've got a visit from the pitching coach out to the mound as they're making their way out here. A word with Blake Snell. So to recap here, the first run of the inning here has been scored by Evan Longoria. Back-to-back singles by the Giants loaded the bases, and now the sac fly by Estrada has made the score 1-0. They've got J.D. Davis at third, and Brandon Crawford is the runner at first. And Joey Bart is coming to the plate as we have this conference that's going on the mound with the left-hander Blake Snell. Snell's been very effective in the first 3 innings of work outside of the first inning where he gave a walk and a single to begin the ball game, but he struck out the side from there. He's got 4 strikeouts here in his 3+ innings of work. 63 pitches for the lefty so far, and again, he's reaching for the rosin bag. It's a dampened night there in San Diego. He's got a good sweat going on. So the infield is in double play depth. They've got the shortstop, Pa-Seong Kim more into the 6-hole. The second baseman, Cronenworth, is almost over the bag at second base. Holding the runner at first, a big hole to the right side of the infield. If Joey Bart can just throw his bat at the ball, he'd be able to drive in a run. Anything to the right side will get a run in here. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Bart. Our friend in the living room is in listening, and he was a little bit concerned on the weekend about the NPB game that we were going to call with the Pacific League running up against us that night. And we had, in our stream at one point, we had 17 people in the stream listening, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. And I checked out that other stream, and they had 40 people watching. I was laughing. I thought that was kind of funny. You know, here we are with our stuff, and they're running their stuff, and no real difference. People are going to come, they're going to come. And I'll give you my thoughts a little later on that why, but not in this stream. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. So 2 balls and no strikes to the right-handed hitting Bart. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 2-1. And of those 40 in the other one, I was one of them. So if you took me out, that dropped him down a number. They were down in the 30s. 17 people to listen to the game. That was pretty cool. Just a couple of reminders. As a reminder, again, tomorrow night, the same 2 teams, Padres and Giants, will go in game 2 of the series. And then on Wednesday night at 10 o'clock Pacific, we're going to be calling the game between the Oryx Buffaloes and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles from the Osaka Dome, or the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. As that'll be a mountain holiday game. It's an early start. That's at 2 o'clock Japan time. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And the lefty comes set at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Joey Bart. We'll keep our eye on the runner, Crawford, at first base. Sometimes they'll put him in motion to try to stay out of the double play. I don't know if they'll take the risk here. They may wait till it gets to 3-2 to be able to do that. So we'll see if the Padres have those same thoughts in mind as the lefty Snell comes set. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Joey Bart. It'll be Luis Gonzalez to follow here in the 4th inning. Should Bart find a way to get on safely and not ground into a double play. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Snell now comes set. It's the 69th pitch of the ball game, upcoming here to the right-handed hitting Bart. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and that's going to load the bases. So the bases are loaded again, and that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter in Luis Gonzalez. Fred in the living room says they listen to you throughout the week. Yeah, that's part of it. There is the lack of consistency, which makes it a hard time. You have to be consistent in whatever that you do, whether it be on YouTube or whether it be on any of the platforms, Twitch or Instagram or those type of things. It's being able to be productive every single day or of it. And I'm not necessarily talking about the lives, as long as you're doing something. And that's the whole key. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort to produce something every day. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that's taken for a call and strike, and the count is 0-1. Whether it be a short video, whether it be to create a poll, whether it be to anything that you end up doing, it adds things to the experience on whether it be YouTube or any of the platforms that people are using. But you have to maintain a presence. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. And there is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. The other thing is, too, it's just the overall engagement. We had some different folks in on the late night stuff, and we're talking about the engagement and people listening and why they come into the channel. And I've given some thoughts about where we're going to move forward. And how we're going to move forward from here after this season. As hopefully we can continue to increase the brand awareness of Last Raps Baseball. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 1-2. So we have a few plans, off-season stuff, but certainly going into next season. Excited for the World Baseball Classic in the month of March, so we have meaningful games in March as opposed to meaningless games to call, but anticipate being able to call maybe those, maybe even get a chance to call the qualifiers. It'll be fairly interesting as well. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Snell delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And Gonzalez is down on strikes. He's gone for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the top of the order and Austin Slater. So the Giants here really have an opportunity to put a dagger into Blake Snell, and they can't seem to find a way to get that clutch hit as they've got 1 run in the inning. The bases are still loaded. At the top of the order, Slater coming to bat. Slater hitting .268 now on the year. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his last time up. He's also walked. 31 at bats with the bases loaded. He's batting .323. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. Our friend the living room says it's gambling. Well, not really gambling, but more along the lines of some of the other stuff. But we can add some features to the channel that you don't always have to talk about it in the game. When people come in and they ask, "Oh, who you picking or who you got?" It's already there. They can just direct them to the community page each day and say, "Go look at the community page. There's our predictions," and then they can monitor throughout the season if we're right or if we're wrong. As that breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-1. And as I've said before, generally on the straight up stuff, the good prognosticators can be 70%. 70% is generally, if you're predicting at that clip, you're doing pretty good. Here comes the 1-1. Snell delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Slater. If you're doing it against the spreads, that becomes a much more difficult game to be able to play. The spreads are very difficult. Hard to be able to do that stuff, and it is a challenge for most people to be able to be involved in stuff where there's spreads. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As the lefty Snell delivers, it is a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 1-2 to Slater. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snell looking to put Slater away here. This is going to be pitch number 78. As he has really ratcheted up here in this inning. That means the quicker the Giants can get into the bullpen, the greater the opportunity. I think the needle swings in their favor for a chance to get a victory here. And here's the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball swung on. It is hit over to first base. It's taken off a 1 hop by Drury. What a play. As he gets up and he steps on the bag, and that is going to do it. It's going to go as a ground out to 3. Slater hit the ball hard, right to the glove of Drury, and that is going to end it here in the first inning. Well, or in the 4th inning. Well, there was a run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 1-0 San Francisco. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The bottom of the 4th inning after this when we return from our friend Dave. Be sure to check out Zero Fox Sports after the game, as Dave is one of our supporters.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Fox Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Would you like to support Last Drafts Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Drafts Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did. Welcome back, everybody. We are back going to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order for the Padres coming up. That means Juan Soto, Manny Machado, and Josh Bell. Tough part of the batting order against the left-hander Alex Wood. Wood tonight has now retired the last 8 batters he has faced after allowing a single to Juan Soto, who in his first at bat had a check swing single past the third baseman, J.D. Davis. So here we go back to the live action. As Wood, who's at 34 pitches through his 3 innings, delivers a first pitch breaking ball down and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Soto, the only hit in the ball game tonight. He's got his average up to 251 now on the year. It started slowly with the average, but it is just creeping up as the season goes along. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scores as we'll check the scoreboard in this one. There are some finals already. There's only 7 games on this Monday in Major League Baseball. Here comes the 2-0 offering as Wood delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 3-0. Finals from around the NPB. The Chicago Cubs beat the Washington Nationals 6-3 today. Thompson got his 9th win of the year for the Cubs. He's 9-5. Anibal Sanchez took the loss. He drops to 0-5. Rowan Wick got his 5th save of the year for the Cubs. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-1 to Soto. New York Mets continued their winning ways as Chris Bassett got his 9th win of the year against 7 losses, and they knocked off the Cincinnati Reds 5-1. It was Dunn who took the loss in relief for the Reds. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2. Dunn was one of the pitchers acquired in the trade from the Mariners earlier this year, as Eugenio Suarez and Jesse Winker had gone the other way in the deal. Dunn had missed quite a bit of time with some shoulder issues. He was on the 60-day DL for a while. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. The Baltimore Orioles knocked off the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4 today. It was Lyles getting his 9th win of the year against 8 losses. Yusei Kikuchi took the loss. He is 4-6. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded over to the shortstop Crawford, who's just to the right of second base. And Crawford fields it. He throws to first. That's going to retire Soto on a ground out 6-3 for out number 1. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Manny Machado. All the other games are underway across the Major League Baseball. It's the top of the 6th. The Angels have a 1-0 lead over the Athletics. The Pirates and the Diamondbacks are tied at 0-0 in the top of the 5th. The New York Yankees are leading the Seattle Mariners. That's in the top of the 3rd inning, 2-1. Game was the later of the ones to start out in Seattle. So here comes the first pitch to Machado, and it is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Machado tonight, 0-1. He flew out to right field his first time up. And there's the breaking ball again that just misses off the outside corner. And now the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Living Room says do a local store and do a live Fat Pack review. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Likelihood of that is quite low. There is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is driven to left field. It's going to get over the head and off the wall of the left fielder Gonzalez, and Machado is going to be held to a long single. I have to tell you, that there would bother me. That ball was absolutely scorched. It got over the head of the left fielder Gonzalez. As it got over the head of the left fielder Gonzalez, Machado was admiring it, thinking it was going to be gone. Now there's a short wall in left field, or a portion of the wall, and that ball there hit the 342 sign. So that wall might even be head high. It might even be 6 feet tall. And he is held. He's not running hard out of the box and Cadillacing it down the line. And that's the part that can drive you or make you frustrated about Machado. So if they end up not scoring a run here, if they ends up stranded at third, then he's only got himself to blame here. And there's a first pitch breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Bell digs himself in, and rating here on the offering from the lefty here. As coming set is our lefty. There is a breaking ball that's swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. Our friend Zero Fox Sports says he's been getting rave reviews for his lack of hustle this year. It's nothing new. I bet he has. That's coming from a Los Angeles Dodger fan. I bet the Dodgers are all over that. Looked like he popped a hamstring when he stepped out of the batter's box, or maybe on his way up to the plate. But Johnny Hustle, as a buddy of mine likes to call him, is definitely not that. He does that with tongue in cheek. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now remained at 0-2 to Bell. That ball there, if he's coming hard out of the box, I'm not even saying that he would have had a double, as he's in that spot. Our friend at Zero Fox has got some work to do in the poll on our community page, as he is in the community poll today. Here comes the 0-2 offering as Wood holds set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 0-2 to Josh Bell. That hit there by Machado broke the streak of 9 consecutive retired in a row by the lefty Wood. So Bell, the switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Wood here, as he establishes his lead. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped slowly down to third, and it is fielded easily by the third baseman, but it's in foul territory as it took a little bit of a spin there, and that keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Zero Fox at Dave says he's getting no respect. He's got the Rodney Dangerfield treatment. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bell. Brandon Drury was also a deadline acquisition. Will wait his turn on deck. And here comes the 0-2 pitch as Wood delivers. And there's a fastball swung on and missed. As Bell swung right through that pitch, and he is gone for out number 2 here in the 4th inning. That is going to leave it up to the first baseman, Brandon Drury. I was thinking about Manny Machado, and I remember his time with the Dodgers. He was doing some strange stuff on the base paths. So I think it was it him and Jesus Aguilar got into it in Milwaukee when Aguilar was with the Brewers? It escapes me a little bit there, where he had some shenanigans on the base paths with the opposition. And here's the pitch from Wood. It is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal down to the first base umpire, Jeremy Riggs, who said he didn't go. Riggs has been pretty quiet tonight. So 1 ball and no strikes to Drury. Our friend Zero Fox says that Drury's been stinking it up for his fantasy team, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1 since the trade. Well, maybe Drury's had a dose of reality coming back. He was playing. You got to tip your hat to Drury. He was the best he's played since his time in the Arizona Diamondback organization. He was with the Yankees, the Blue Jays. He had bounced around a little bit after leaving the D-backs. He got to the Reds, and it started to sort his career out. I got a chance to watch him play a little bit in Toronto, and boy, he was tough to watch. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-1. But Drury getting a chance to see some action. This is only his 28th game of his career playing first base. Most of his career has been at third and at second. He's even had a chance to get on the mound to pitch. There's a fastball he swings through and misses, and the count is now 2-2. But Drury, when I watched him in Toronto, it was not a park or a fit for him there, at least in my opinion. And so good for him that he got a chance to get to Cincinnati and whatever it was that woke up his career. But now that he's in San Diego, he's maybe got a little different light going on. There's a fastball that misses inside that runs now the count to 3-2. Well, we'll keep our eye on Machado, see if he's going to be off and running with 2 gone and 3-2 here to Drury. One would think so, but you never know with his base running shenanigans. Waiting on deck is the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. So here comes the 3-2 to Drury as a breaking ball swung on and fouled off down the third base line. Keeps the count at 3-2. Wood in this inning here has seen his count ratchet up to 56 pitches. This has been the most pitches he's thrown in any inning. He had 34 through the first 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runner at first is Machado as he establishes his lead. There's 2 gone here. He'll be on the move on the pitch, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled off into the feet of the catcher, and the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Drury. We said after the season, the San Francisco Giants are going to have to take some stock in their ball club. As we said, there's a few players that are on their way out of Dodge. It's expected that Crawford and Belt will be done after the season, following in the footsteps of Posey. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left center field. Moving over is Luis Gonzalez. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to do it for Drury and for the Padres here in their half of the 4th inning. Well, they had no runs. They had a hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 4 complete in San Diego. It is the San Francisco Giants 1, the San Diego Padres no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments for the top of the 5th inning after this. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Here is our friend Matt Hollis, friend of the channel and San Diego Padre fan, but we won't hold that against him in this one. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is going to be Wilmer Flores, Mike Yastrzemski, and Evan Longoria to come to bat for the Giants in the top of the 5th. Flores tonight, 1 for 2. He singled and he is popped to the first baseman. Here's the first offering from Blake Snell. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Snell, 78 pitches through the first 4 innings. He ran himself into trouble in the 4th as he had loaded the bases with back-to-back-to-back singles and was able to wiggle his way out of that jam by only allowing the run. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Flores. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Flores. Our friend in the living room says, I wouldn't invest a penny, but right behind you on the rips, it's like another world. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as the lefty Snell rocks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Flores. Snell, its pitch efficiency is, and it's going to be a battle of attrition here. It's not like he's been terrible tonight, just had a little bit of a rough patch there in the last inning. In fact, he's got himself 4 strikeouts, actually 5 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. There's a fastball swung on and is grounded foul down the third base line. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So again, Snell ready to go back at it here against the right-handed hitting Flores. Snell rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and it is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up right behind home plate. Alfaro underneath it. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Flores. He is gone for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. It was almost like Alfaro didn't know where the ball was. When the ball was popped up, it was straight up. And usually, our friend, or usually what will happen is the pitcher will point to the catcher. But Snell was a little slow to give him some direction. And then by the time he was able to recover, he was able to make the catch. But he didn't even discard his mask on that one. So 1 gone here, and that's going to bring up Yastrzemski, who's 0 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Yastrzemski has struck out, and he's grounded to second in his 2 trips to the plate. And here comes the offering from the lefty Snell. Rocks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Our friend Zero Fox says, some of them sell, but the markup on them is insane right now. And you see that quite a bit. Some of the markup on some stuff is just insanity. Not a huge fan of some of the pricing, although it is kind of fun. We were thinking about doing some of that stuff. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded down the first baseline foul. Fielded by Drury. It makes the count 1-2. Our friend Dave says, are the Padres going to make the playoffs? Well, interesting that you say that. We were talking about that earlier, as they are 3rd in the wild card right now. I would think so. When Fernando Tatis comes back, it gives them yet another act. It's almost like getting a trade after the trade deadline, as he hasn't played all year. I think just his bat and his presence in the lineup will do the trick. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep left center field, moving back on the warning track. And making the catch is Profar. And that is going to retire Yastrzemski for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it up to the designated hitter, Evan Longoria. For Longoria tonight, he is singled in 2 trips to the plate. He's also scored the Giants' only run. And for that matter, the only run of the ball game. So he is 1 for 2 on the evening. So I do think that the Padres will make the playoffs, but it is nail-biting time. The Philadelphia Phillies are 9-1 in over their last 10 games, and so too are the St. Louis Cardinals. That has really pushed the Milwaukee Brewers down, and they're out of the playoff picture right now. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Longoria. We have a friend of the channel, and Steve Rademacher, who's a big Milwaukee Brewer fan. If Steve doesn't like his Milwaukee's best right now, he's probably going to want a few more to keep going at it to kill the pain of having to watch his brew crew. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2 to Evan Longoria. But the Brewers are fading at the wrong time here in August. And of course, they moved Hader and had that peculiar trade where they ended up DFAing Dinelson Lamet. It was part of that deal. There's a breaking ball that misses outside for a ball, and the count is 1-2. Pretty crazy that they had the DFA Lamet, and then Lamet, I guess, got picked up by the Rockies. So that would be kind of ironic if Lamet came back to haunt the Padres. If he can figure out what's going on. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Longoria for the third out of the inning as he is gone. The Giants go in order. They had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 4.5. It is still 1-0. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back here in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for checking in and being with us. 1-0 for the Giants. Speaking of which, here's our friend Dave at Zero Fox. Go check him out after the game.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Fox Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Dave at Zero Fox. Our friend Josh was in the channel the other night when you told us that he won the June event for your channel. I don't know if you've got anybody coming up for July, but he said he got his stuff. He got some Griffies. He got a Dylan Cease. He was pretty jacked about that. And we know that he said thank you to us in the channel, but if you're here, then you know you can understand that he's done it too. Here was the winner from the June swoon off of the Zero Fox channel.
Thanks for checking out Freddie and Last Raps Baseball. It's time to announce the winners of this month's mystery pack. Boom! Josh S., you're the winner. Congratulations. Enjoy the game, and remember to tell Steve Rademacher, pick a haircut. Back to the game.
Appreciate you, Dave, and we'll be back in 30 seconds, everybody, with the call after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Padres. That means Ha-Seong Kim, Jake Cronenworth, and Will Myers to face the lefty here in Alex Wood. As Wood goes into the motion and delivers the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. 58 pitches in the first 4 innings for Wood. He's been very effective tonight. As he rocks into the motion and delivers, it is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. For Kim tonight, he fouled out to the third baseman back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. His average sits at 246. The Korean shortstop is having a much better season. His second time around, there's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded to third, fielded by the third baseman Davis. He fires to first, and Kim is retired on a ground out 5-3 for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the second baseman Jake Cronenworth. So for Cronenworth, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He's flown up to center field his first time up. He's watched his batting average fall to 236. So batting from the left side. Cronenworth originally acquired in a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. This entire offense has pretty much been built through the trades and free agency. If you kind of think of Ha-Seong Kim, and there's a breaking ball that misses inside, but it misses so far inside it hits Cronenworth. He didn't exactly give you the best effort to get out of the way, and he is aboard with a hit by a pitch. It's whatever it takes to get on as he's aboard here, and that's going to bring up the center fielder Will Myers. And Alex Wood's reaction, as you can see, he was ticked that he came inside and hit it. Our friend the living room says if he's going to critique the ads, he better have one himself. Well, when I was listening into the Pacific League stream the other night, I was catching some of the stream. I thought for a minute that you were actually calling the game. That's what I thought. And there's a bunt that's dragged down the third base line, but it goes foul as Will Myers is trying to bunt his way aboard. Count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. I was going to say that a friend of the living room is competing with us for the broadcasting calls. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-handed hitting Myers waggles the bat, waiting on the offering here from the lefty Wood. He comes set. He checks the runner, and he delivers a fastball. It's taken for a call and strike, and the count is now 0-2 to Myers. So no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. As Wood kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball missing down, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned, be a busy week on the channel here, where Tuesday it is going to be the return of the second game of this series. We're going to do that one tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, it'll be a late start, 10 o'clock Pacific. We'll be doing the Mountain Holiday game in the NPB. It'll be the Buffaloes and the Golden Eagles. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul on the third base side. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Myers. And then Thursday, we're taking Thursday off. There's no night game scheduled that night. Everything is all early. The earliest start on the West Coast are 4 o'clock games. We're not going to be able to get a chance to make a call on anything. And there's a fastball swung on and missed. Myers has gone down on strikes for the second time tonight. He's out for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to Jorge Alfaro. And then we'll be back on the weekend on Friday and on Saturday, as we are going to be doing the NPB games again on the weekend. We've listed some of our schedule up here for the week. We're going to extend out our schedule over the next couple of weeks as well before we take a little hiatus. As our channel, it's not going to go dark, but we've got some stuff lined up for when we're away to keep things going, but everything is going to be in terms of our shorts and other little videos. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1 to Alfaro. Alfaro tonight 0 for 1 as he softly lined out to the second baseman his first time up. So the big right-handed hitting catcher gets himself dug in. Our friend Dave asked us earlier, he says, do you see the Padres making the playoffs? So the answer to that is yes. I do see the Padres making it. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. But what I also do see is that I'm going to give the Padres here about a 24-month window this year and the next 2 seasons. If they don't do something with this group, they're going to blow it up like they did a few years ago, back in 2015, where they had a nice ball club and a good run. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. As the lefty delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. Our friend in the living room says, I'll get you for that one. Well, I don't know if you can get us for that one. You can take that as a compliment. Should keep working on your calls on the in-between. Who knows? There may be a opening there at the Pacific League, or if the Central League gets their act together, maybe for them. So here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Alfaro goes down on strikes. It's the second strikeout of the inning for Alex Wood, and he has cruised tonight through 5. There were no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard on the hit batter of Jake Cronenworth. We are now through 5 completed. It is 1-0 for San Francisco. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back to the top of the 6th. Hang tight. We'll be right back and answer the questions from the chat, including that from our friend Quaffs.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
For all of our friends who miss out on the late night NPB stuff, it's time for some cheerleaders. We'll give it to you NPB style. We got more coming up this weekend. Hang tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the top of the sixth inning. It is a 1-0 scoreline for the Giants over the Padres. It is going to be J.D. Davis, Brandon Crawford, and Tyro Estrada coming to the plate here as they have a Kawhi Leonard sighting in the stands in San Diego tonight. The former San Diego State Aztec is watching the game. The former Toronto Raptor, of course, is currently applying his trade with the Los Angeles Clippers. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. The count is 0-1 to J.D. Davis. Our friend Zero Fox Sports said any of those cheerleaders named Opie. I don't know about that one. Maybe on the next one that we'll do. We'll be putting that up here in another week or so, making its debut. There is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. We're going to debut. Hopefully by Thursday, I'll have it all set up and debuted. I'll have a little video on our good friend Yogi Berra. I've got a Yogi video I'm working on, and hopefully it can have it in place. And here comes the offering here from Blake Snell, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to J.D. Davis. Davis tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. That's going to hopefully fill the void for us as we're not going to be on Thursday. All kinds of spare time on our hands. Not sure what we're going to do with it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as Snell rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snell ready to go back at it again as he gets the sign from his catcher Alfaro. Here comes the 2-2 offering to the right-handed hitting Davis. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Davis has gone down on strikes for the second time tonight. It's out number 1 here in the 6th inning, and that is going to bring up the shortstop Brandon Crawford. 96th pitch of the ball game for Snell. I would think that if he can finish off here, this will be his last inning of work. Over in the NPB, he's probably just getting warmed up for another 1 or 2 more. So Brandon Crawford to the plate. And here comes the offering from the lefty. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Snell. We'll see if Bob Melvin, his computer tells him, as Nick Martinez, the former Fukuoka SoftBank Hawk, is up and throwing in the bullpen for the Padres. And there's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Martinez has been a bit of a spot starter for the Padres this year. So no balls and 2 strikes. As the lefty goes into the motion and delivers, it is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes it is to the left-handed hitting Crawford. Get the long-range forecast here as the lefty rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Crawford. Quaff's had a question up at the top. Says Zero Fox. It says, how long do you think Soto stays in San Diego? It's a good question. I think that if I had to have my druthers, I'd rather have Soto there than I would maybe Manny Machado, as that breaking ball misses outside and the count remains at, I've got it at 2-2, but everywhere else has got it at 1-2. So we'll go with what they have. But it's interesting. I'd be curious to see what they're doing. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and Crawford is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, both via the strikeout, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. Hard to ask. I've said that Soto's going to be the first $500 million player, and I stand by that in baseball. He's going to get a $500 million contract for 10 years. I think he's the $50 million a year guy. He's going to be the first to have that. Now, the question is it going to be the Padres to give it to him? Well, they've got the money by what it seems. But who are they going to want to build around? How are they going to want to do it? They've already shelled out a lot of money to both Machado and especially to Fernando Tatis Jr. So I'd be curious to see where that lands. I mean, Soto's bat for his age is so advanced. There's a fastball swung on. This is lined into right field. It's going to be a base hit right to the right fielder, and that's going to bring up Joey Bart. So Estrada is on with a 2-out single. It's the 103rd pitch of the ball game for the lefty Snell. Nice piece of hitting there by Estrada. Really kept his hands inside and was able to go the other way. A friend in the living room asked the question, when was Nick Martinez a SoftBank Hawk? He was last a Hawk last year. He came back from Japan. He was in the NPB. Well, that's going to do it for Blake Snell as he gets a round of applause as he walks off the mound. It is going to be a call to the bullpen. It is going to be Nick Martinez coming in relief. So stick around, everybody. Joey Bart's coming to the plate with 2 out here in the 6th inning. We'll be right back with all the information after this. We're glad you guys are with us. We're going to take a timeout for a pitching change, but I don't have Steve's new commercial ready. So we're going to have to look for another pitcher somewhere else. Right back, guys, after this.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number. Either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deer Dick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss Baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Nick Martinez taking over on the hill. Is the former Texas Rangers, spent 4 years in Japan. He was with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters for 3 seasons, and then he applied his trade with the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks last year. He was, in his time in the Japanese League, he was a 500 pitcher at 26-26, but 9-4 last year with the Hawks with a 1.60 ERA and 140 2/3 innings pitched. While he signed a free agent deal, the 31-year-old did with the Padres in the offseason. He's 3-3 this year. He has worked 24 ball games. He's had 10 starts 81 innings, 79 hits allowed, 34 runs, 31 earned. He's walked 31 and struck out 70. And he's also picked up 4 saves on the year for the Padres. So he is here to take over with 2 outs in the 6th inning, as he is going to be facing the right-handed hitting catcher, Joey Bart. So Martinez ready to go here, as he is working from the stretch, with the runner at first base being Thairo Estrada. And there was a question about how about a last wraps video on a Triple Crown batting champs in baseball history. Well, if we did that for the last 45 years, it could be down to 2 people. It would be Carl Yastrzemski and Miguel Cabrera. So it'd be a very short video. Another interesting one could be of all the Triple Crown pitchers over the years. Here comes the offering, and time has been called as Martinez was ready to deliver. Bart had stepped out. That would have been a free shot for Nick Martinez. His time had been called, and Bart was stepping out of the box. Could have let a fastball fly right at the right-handed hitter. So Martinez checks his sign. And here comes the offering. It is a breaking ball. Take it for a called strike. And the count is now no balls and 1 strike to Bart. Bart has been on base twice tonight. He's singled and walked. As the right-hander Martinez gets his sign from Alfaro. He checks the runner over at first, and now he comes set. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. A friend of the living room says, "Go home, Miggy fan." Well, he probably is right there in Detroit, Michigan. Can't get any closer than that. So here comes the pitch. It is a changeup that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the right-hander Martinez. That last pitch there, it almost looked like it was a changeup. Had a different kind of spin to the ball. It was almost like a old-fashioned screwball. So I wonder if that was something Martinez picked up when he was over in the Japanese league. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball. Take it for a called 3rd strike. Joey Bart stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here in the 6th inning. There was no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 5.5 innings in San Diego. It is the Giants 1, the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few after this. We're glad you guys could be in here with us tonight, as we've got a pitcher's duel on our hands. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you over there, Steve, and we'll be back in just a couple moments after this, as we will return with a little bit of tunes. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving into the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be the top of the order coming up for the Padres. That means Jurickson Profar, Juan Soto, and Manny Machado to face the left-hander Alex Wood. Alex Wood has been electric tonight. He's only allowed 2 hits in his first 5 innings. And that is going to be where we stand. And so we've got, so far for the lefty, he has been very, very effective as he delivers a first pitch fastball that misses inside. And the count is 1-0. 71 pitches through the first 5 for Wood. And so here comes the 1-0 offering as Wood rocks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside. And the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. The graphic that they show is Wood through the batting order the first 2 times. He's pretty much the same. They're hitting around 240-ish off him. And the third time, the opponent's batting average goes up 100 points. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count is now 2-1. The only 2 hits of the ball game have been one to Soto and one to Machado. Wood has also been effectively been able to strike out 4 so far in the 5 innings he's been on the hill. And here comes the 2-1 pitch now as Wood's ready to go again. Our friend Mick says he's now driving to work. He's got us probably on the HD. There's a fastball that Profar checks his swing on and misses, and the count's now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the lefty Wood ready to go back at it here as the left fielder Profar gets himself set in the batter's box. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, and it is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder Gonzalez. He makes the catch. That is going to retire Profar for the first out of the inning. Our friend in the living room says, "Don't do it, Mick. Don't go into work. It's overrated." And so 1 gone here. It's also a trap, yes. That brings up Juan Soto to the plate. Soto tonight is 1 for 2. He singled and was retired on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He is grounded to short his second time up. Now that Soto is on the West Coast, we'll be able to watch him, or I'll be able to watch him a little bit more. Excited to see him a little bit more regular. There's a fastball taken for a call strike, and the count is 0-1. The other part of watching Soto is that an opportunity to see him play on a decent ball club. Watching him with the Washington Nationals this past year was painful, and there's a breaking ball that misses, and the home plate umpire goes up late, and now he's got something. The timing of that was quite different. Very fortunate the ball was outside. He gets into it with the San Francisco dugout. I'm sure Gabe Kapler has something to say about that. It was a very late call. So no balls and 1 strike as he did call time. And here's the pitch from Wood. It is a changeup that is swung on and missed. That is going to run the count to 0-2. And friend Don Play, who's in here, is asking the chat, would you take the under 3.5 live bet in this one? We'll cast that out to our group in here. And here comes the offering from Wood. It is a changeup that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. So back-to-back changeups from Wood. Juan Soto doesn't strike out very much. He hasn't struck out yet in a Padre uniform since coming to the ball club after the trade. He's got 5 walks and no strikeouts. And here's the offering from Wood. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And just like that, put a little karma to that. That is, he's gone for out number 2. Our friend Don Play asked the question, and I guess nobody in the chat's going to give you the answer on that. So I'll give you my free thought on it. Somehow think that this game, the way it's going here, when we get into the bullpens, the Giant bullpen, I don't know if it's a great pen. Once they get into the 9th inning, it's a decent pen. I thought last year they did a much better job. I really don't know if I like the San Diego bullpen. So under at 3.5 here could be a nail biter just because of the bullpens. Although if the Padres have the lead and they turn it over to Hader in the ninth, that could be lights out. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Count is 0-1. So John Brebbia, who seems to be everyday John. He seems like he's every day on the mound for the Giants. He's up in the bullpen. And he is at the ready should Alex Wood maybe get himself into trouble. One would expect he's probably going to come in the 7th inning. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses upstairs. Count now goes to 1-1 on Machado. A friend in the living room says hitting is like a symphony. Yeah, when it's in tune, it's pretty good. So there's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. I just like to say hitting is about timing and rhythm. If you have timing and you have rhythm, you're going to be able to hit. I also like to say give a guy a basketball and watch him dribble. See what kind of athlete he is. If he can dribble a ball and can do a layup on both sides, you got yourself an athlete. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-1 to Machado. Waiting on deck is the designated hitter, Josh Bell. So 3-1. Now Wood ready to go again as he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on, and it's popped up over on the first base side. Camping out underneath it is the first baseman, Flores. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it. Machado couldn't even get out of the batter's box. He swung and he fell to the ground. He was able to get about halfway down the line, and he is gone for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. Now we're through 6 complete in San Diego. Your score is San Francisco 1, the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few after this. Again, from our friend Matt Hollis.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to peek at the out-of-town scoreboard while we're waiting to resume the action here. The games that we'll look at are the ones that are currently in progress. It is in the top of the 9th inning. The Angels are still leading the Athletics 1-0. As Nick Martinez is going to be on to begin the 2nd inning of work. Only threw 4 pitches in that last inning to retire Joey Bart on a strikeout. So he'll get Luis Gonzalez, Austin Slater, and Wilber Flores here in the 7th inning. The Diamondbacks scored a run in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they've got a 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates. As the right-hander Martinez goes into the windup and delivers, it's a fastball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. In the other game in Seattle, the Mariners are trailing the New York Yankees 6-2. Game is in the top of the 5th inning. All the other games are finals. We'll recap everything in more detail at the end of the ballgame. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is now 1-1 to Luis Gonzalez. So 1-1 There's a breaking ball swung on, and that's tap foul. The count is now 1-2. As we look at that out-of-town scoreboard, got all kinds of different ones that we can pick up on. A lot of home runs in that Blue Jay game tonight as Blue Jays hit a pair and the Orioles hit 4 of their own. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As the right-hander Martinez rocks into the motion, and now home plate umpire Sean Barber steps out and calls time. So 1-2. As Martinez rocks into the motion and delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed. Gonzalez goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. He is out number 1 here in the 7th inning. So, well, it looks like that pitch was foul tipped off. I apologize on that one. It's going to keep the count at 1-2. The reaction from the batter there looked like that he was ready to go back, and they brought him back. So here's the 1-2, and then now that ball is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded on one hop over the second baseman Cronenworth, and so one extra pitch. He grounds out 4-3. He is gone. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Austin Slater. I have to go back and look at that replay myself. See what that was all about. So Austin Slater steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out, he's grounded out, and he has walked in his 3 trips to the plate. So Slater ready to face the righty Martinez here. I'm curious to see how Bob Melvin's going to use Martinez, if he's going to go to the bullpen into the 8th inning or if he's just going to allow the righty to stay out there. He does have the ability to give them some length, and here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that's bunted foul down the third base line. They touch it in foul territory, and that is going to run the count to 0-1 here to Slater. Slater can run a little bit, so he's going to be a tough guy to be able to put out. A quality start tonight for the left-hander Alex Wood. Actually, both starters really were pretty good. Just that one inning by Snell, and lefty Alex Wood was just a little bit better tonight. Curious to see if they're going to bring Alex Wood back out to start the 7th inning. He kind of deserves it as he's in a groove. As Jorge Alfaro is going to get a moment to walk around behind home plate. As the trainers are coming out to check on him, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he hurt his knee or what he did coming out of there. We'll try to get a replay of that one. The bunt was down the third baseline. I don't know if it was when he was trying to get out of his crouch or not, or what the deal is. Bob Melvin's out there with him as well. Or if it's more towards the calf there, I don't know if it's his knee or the calf. But the trainer is certainly his right leg in particular. Maybe he felt something pop there. We're not sure. He's moving gingerly. One thing that would be hard is that if the pitcher had to get a different catcher in the middle there, they're going to see if he could take a couple of throws. He's one of those catchers who wears the knee savers. He's got his knee savers way up high on his legs. I remember Sal Fasano back in the day. And Sal Fasano, when he was the catching coordinator for the Toronto Blue Jays, he said he hated the knee savers, and he encourages young kids and everybody else not to use them. As Martinez is getting a couple of pitches here, and Farrow says he's going to be okay and good to go. So we're going to be back at it here. No balls and 1 strike to Austin Slater. Our friend, the living room, is in here. He says his bet in the Blue Jay Baltimore and San Francisco game is over. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-0, or 1 ball and 1 strike to Slater. It's putting me to sleep with the amount of pitches that Martinez had to take there. Martinez has a interesting delivery as he delivers a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. He's kind of in a stretch type position, and he's got a lot of extra little movement, and then he takes a step back with his foot toward first base. There is a lefty up and throwing. It's Hill in the bullpen. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as Martinez delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Wilmer Flores. One would think if it got to Mike Yastrzemski, that's where they would probably want to make the change. And there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line, but it's going to be hooking foul into the seats. Keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don already asked the question, and if you were around in the last time, Don, we gave you some information, or at least I did. The chat's not helping you out tonight. But as far as I'm concerned, I still don't know if I would take that in this one here. I don't like the bullpens of either team, particularly, unless it got to the Padres with the lead and then Hader, and there's a breaking ball that misses down. That is going to, the catcher then applies the tag. That is going to do it here for Slater. He's gone for out number 2. So I just don't, these aren't 2 lockdown bullpens where you look at it and you say, hey, the Padres are going to lock this thing down. With Martinez here, Tim Hill next. As I said, if they had the lead in Hader and the scoreline was flipped, it's a different kettle of fish, but I don't trust the bullpen. I don't trust the bullpens for the Giants. As there's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. But then the living room says, go for it. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. It's my concern. The bullpens here, it is definitely one of those problems. You got the San Diego bullpen. If they have the lead, they're a different kettle of fish than when they are losing. There's a fastball then swung on and fouled away. And even with the lead, I'm not confident in their pen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Wilmer Flores. So the righty here, Martinez, comes set. Now he's ready to deliver. As he rocks into that motion and kicks and fires, it's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to do it. Keep your eye on Jorge Alfaro. I wonder if he's going to come back out for another inning. But Nick Martinez comes in and does his job. He retires the side 1-2-3 here for the Padres. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We are now moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 1-0 ball game still. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you all for being here. Let's see what's going to happen next, as it looks like they may be going to the pen. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in 30 with the call of the bottom of the 7th inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the heart of the batting order coming up here for the Padres in their half of the seventh. That means Josh Bell, Brandon Drury, and Ha-Seong Kim. And the first pitch delivered to Bell is a ball for ball one. Alex Wood back on for his seventh inning of work. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to third. Fielded by the third baseman, Davis. He throws to first. That's a ground out 5-3 for out number one. So one up and one away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Brandon Drury. 85 pitches through the first 6 innings for Wood. Was given the San Francisco Giants a quality start. So Drury and Kim, 2 right-handed hitters, then Cronenworth to follow. Drury tonight 0 for 2. He's flown out and he's lined out in his 2 trips to the plate. As he steps up to bat here. So it's somewhat surprising fashion to see Wood still in the ball game. There's a breaking ball that misses outside and the count is 1-0. But he really has deserved it tonight. He's pitched well. He's kept the hitters off balance. He's only allowed a couple of hits to the Padres. I'm sure the Padres would be excited to see him leave the ball game. And there is a fastball swung on. This ball's lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Drury is aboard here with a 1-out single, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. So for Ha-Seong Kim, he's 0 for 2 tonight. He's popped out to third, and he has grounded to third. So curious to see how the Giants go here. I would face them, but they're not going to do it, as the manager, Gabe Kapler, is now on his way out to the mound. And that is going to do it, as that is going to be the night over for Alex Wood. They are going to be going to the bullpen. And so this is where our friend Don, who asked the question, this is where the game is about to get exciting. Both teams are now into their bullpens. Drury's the runner at first with 1 con. We'll be back in just a moment after this, everybody, as we do have a pitching change in San Diego. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody, as we wait for the pitching change. It was John Brebbia who was heating up in the bullpen for the Giants, and we'll do a double check to see if he is coming in. It is the end of the night for Alex Wood, as he went 6 1/3 innings. He only allowed 3 hits, and he really was able to keep the Padre hitters off balance for most of the evening, and so that is probably the happiest thing all night that the Padres are going to have, is they were going to have a pitching change, as he is now out of the ball game. I thought that maybe I was a little surprised that he started the 7th inning. But then after the base hit to Brandon Drury, with Ha-Seong Kim coming to the plate, that's where Gabe Kapler made the move to go out and retire him. Now, that is where we're at. We've got Dylan Hoffman in the house tonight. Welcome you for being here, Dylan. Thanks for popping in. We're glad you're here. We'll look at that out-of-town scoreboard as well while we're waiting for everything else. Also, too, just a reminder, programming notes will be back on the airwaves tomorrow for the same 2 ball clubs. And it is going to be the Mountain game on Wednesday night, North American time. It is Thursday. The Mountain Holiday in Japan will feature the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Oryx Buffaloes from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. So just a quick look. The Yankees have extended their lead over the Mariners going to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-2 for the Bronx Bombers. It is going to be John Brebbia coming on in relief. We'll get that in a minute. The Diamondbacks have a 1-0 lead over the Pirates. That's in the bottom of the 8th. And the Angels are over the Athletics 1-0. That game is a final now, as that is finished. So John Brebbia coming on in relief. Every day, John, pretty much, he is leading the league in appearances. This is his 53rd appearance a year. He's got a record of 5-1. He's worked 48 innings. He's allowed 42 hits, 15 runs. 13 of them have been earned. He's walked 14 and struck out 39. So he is here. The highest bullpen ERA in all the big leagues is the Cincinnati Reds, followed by the Rockies and the Royals. And our friend who was in here a few minutes ago that was asking about, what do you think? And I say, I don't trust it. This is the fourth worst ERA in all of baseball go to the San Francisco Giants. So this game here is far from over. This is where it actually gets exciting as Kim comes to the plate. Our friend Dylan says he put some coin down on the Yankees and turned it into a lot more. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Kim. Our friend Dylan says, are you doing any Japanese games tonight? Nothing tonight. It'll be Wednesday night North American time. We'll do it at 10 o'clock Pacific. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is now 1-1. Nothing this week in the late night except for on the weekend stuff. And then, of course, we get the early game midweek on Wednesday, which we're excited to do. You don't get a lot of those. There'll be a couple of more of those coming up, not next week, but the following week. So we'll be making calls. I believe it's the Lions and the Fighters are going to be playing early games. So here's the 1-1 from Brebbia. Now time has been called as Kim has asked for time at the plate. Our friend Dylan asks the question. He goes, do you like any Japanese games tonight? And if so, who do we like? Usually look at the pitching matchups earlier in the day when I'm doing the games, and I can take a peek at it and sort of give you a thought of what I might think of tonight. As here comes the 1-1 offering. He holds set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. And the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. If I look over the ball games and had to give you my thought on who I think maybe is possibly going to be a team to win tonight, the Swallows are in Hiroshima to play the Carp. The Swallows have really struggled after the bout with COVID. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Kim. And Masato Morishita is on the hill tonight for the Carp. As Brebbia delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is hit past the third baseman to the left field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Digging hard and heading around third. And they are going to score. If the throw is in time, and it's going to score Brandon Drury all the way from first. Brandon Brelt has already signaled that he wants that one to be looked at. But it looks like that one there, I think he beat the tag. So Ha-Seum Kim's got himself an RBI double for sure, but he may have went to third on the throw. He's definitely at third. And that is going to be something that they're going to look at. We're going to get a look at the replay as well. As the third base umpire, Larry Vanover, is coming in here, and they're going to go and have a peek at this one. We're going to get a peek at it too. Coming in was Drury. The throw to the plate. Oh boy, that was really, really close. The tag from Bart was up on the shoulder. Old school call. Definitely he's safe. I think on the secondary replay, I think Drury's going to score this run, and I do believe we're going to have a ball game that's going to be all knotted up at 1 apiece. Bart unable to get the tag down in time, in my opinion. So we're going to see what the umpires have to say. But as far as I'm concerned, we're going to have ourselves a 1-1 ball game, and a little bit unfortunate because that is going to be the run that's going to be charged to Alex Wood. Head first slide there by Drury. Very, very dangerous. But I do believe that is the call is going to be upheld here as well. So if I had to look at the games tonight, and my friend Dylan asked the question, I would probably go with the Carp over the Swallows tonight. Swallows playing .333 baseball in their last 18. They're 6-12. And the young gun for the Carp on the hill tonight. That's the first game at the Mazda Zoom Zoom Stadium. I like the Carp tonight for that one. So Drury, as we say, we're waiting on the replay here. I think that one for sure is going to be a run scored. But as we say, we're going to have to wait and see what the umpires have to say. And here we go. Larry Vanover back on the mic. And they've overturned it. They've called them out on the field. They've overturned the call. I can't believe it. I don't know what they were looking at because maybe I got a different view than everybody else. But they were able to gun him down at the plate, and that's going to leave Ha-Seum Kim over at third base. I'm going to watch that one again. As I get the throw in here, the hand comes down, And I thought he got to home plate. To me, there looked like there was daylight, but it looks like Joey Bart has applied the tag in time according to the umpires. And Drury is gone at the plate for the second out of the inning. Ha-Seum Kim is the runner at third. It's going to be a double, and he's going to advance on the throw. And the crowd in San Diego definitely not happy. They're letting the umpires know that. And you can see Brandon Drury not happy in the dugout either. So a 7-6-2 putout. As we have a delay in the action as the fans on the field are letting the umpires know that they think the call is garbage too, because garbage is flying all around the field. So now we got a delay in the action here because the ball girl is out picking up stuff. Ironically, it looks like it might have been a ball day today in San Diego. And so it's balls that are being thrown on the field, San Diego baseballs. Anything the San Diego natives can get their hands on. I look again at that replay. And boy, oh boy, I thought Drury got his hand in there for sure. Well, not much they can do. The home team is not happy, and baseball's being thrown on the field like rice at a wedding. As our friend Vin Scully used to say, and they're still raining down. The outfielder, Mike Yastrzemski, has put his hands up for time as another one is on the ground behind him. So more balls all over the place here. The ball girl can't pick them up fast enough. You know, when are these major league teams going to learn that you don't give bats out before the game? You don't give balls out before the game. They do it to themselves year in and year out as we have this delay. That's on the big league marketing that doesn't understand what to do. You can't give these projectiles. It's like giving bottles of beer to football fans that are half drunk at an NFL game, and they go raining down on the field on the referees. You just can't do it. Give them to them in their paper cups and their red cups and let it go from there. Imagine if this was in Philadelphia. They'd have to bring the umbrellas out on the field, and they'd have to go sit in a dugout for a delay because they'll be throwing stuff all over the place. So now they finally got everything picked up, and now Jake Cronenworth comes to the plate. Cronenworth was 0 for 1 tonight. He was hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. So he bats with the runner on third and 2 gone, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Our friend Living Room says classless. I remember the 1984 Bleacher Creatures in Detroit. They were pretty notorious for being ruthless. As that fastball misses upstairs for a ball. I remember the Philadelphia fans would throw everything at their players, including at their home players. Their own players, they would fire stuff at if they didn't like them. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Cronenworth as Brebbia delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep left center field. Moving back on it is Slater. He's calling off the left fielder Gonzalez. He makes the catch. A little bit of communication issues out there, but Cronenworth is gone for the 3rd out of the inning. That is going to do it here as the controversial play at the plate. As Drury is gunned down, there was no runs. There were 2 hits in the inning. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 7 complete. It is the Giants 1, the Padres no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the top of the 8th inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Here's our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna...
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming to bat for the Giants. That means Mike Yastrzemski, and it'll be Evan Longoria and J.D. Davis. As we're just checking to see if there is going to be another pitching change. But no, Nick Martinez has come back on for the top of the 8th inning as he is cruising here. And the first pitch he delivers to Yastrzemski is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Martinez on song here tonight. He's thrown 19 pitches in his inning and third of work. So he's retired all 4 batters he's faced. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Martinez on his game. He could probably bring this one home. As he has, we said he's been a starter for a number of games for the Padres this year. Here's the offering. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski, Longoria, and Davis here for the Giants in their top of the 8th inning, at least scheduled to come to bat. As the right-hander holds at the belt, and he rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-2. A friend in the living room says, favorite Michael J. Fox movie? None. I'm a big movie goer. Not a huge fan of anybody in particular. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside of Major League and The Natural and Field of Dreams, a hard time telling you about any other types of movies. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. I was trying to remember the name of the movie with Tom Selleck when he was a star player with the Chinichi Dragons in the Japanese League. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away straight back. As the hitter Yastrzemski was right on it. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander Martinez gets himself a new baseball. Evan Longoria waiting for his turn on deck as the right-hander Martinez rocks in the motion and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Same 2 teams go at it again tomorrow night. On the Last Drops Baseball channel, we will be calling the 3rd game of this series. 2nd game of the series. 3rd game we won't. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Yastrzemski is retired for the first out of the inning. That's 3 strikeouts in a row. And Martinez has struck out 4 of the 5 batters he's faced here so far tonight. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Evan Longoria. So Martinez has been tough tonight, that is for sure. And here comes the first offering. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Longoria. Tomorrow night, it's going to be Alex Cobb. Take his 3-6 record to the mound against Joe Musgrove, who's 8-5. Musgrove is certainly one of the stars of the club, and he's also a San Diego local. His dad's a San Diego police officer, Musgrove. As that pitch was swung on and fouled away. Tyler Rogers now up and throwing for the Giants in their bullpen. He looks like he's coming with the intent to come in the next inning. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. And there's a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is now 2-1 to Longoria. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The right-hander Martinez holds set before he rocks into that motion. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep right field. Moving back on the warning track, making the catch as he runs into the wall is Juan Soto. A nice grab, and that is going to be out number 2. Soto was able to hang on as he makes the catch for out number 2. Longoria sent it a long way the other way. Soto was drifting over to his right. The ball kept carrying as he got onto the warning track just the way that the walls are in San Diego. Very, very awkward. He makes the catch as he slams face first into the wall. Of course, Soto, one for the dramatics, makes the grab, and that is 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, J.D. Davis. San Diego faithful are on their feet, giving Soto a very big round of applause. So Davis steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also struck out twice. Here's the first pitch from Martinez. It's a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So very effective pitching performance here by Nick Martinez. 2 innings, 4 strikeouts tonight so far in relief. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That one was at 95 miles an hour as he blew it right by the right-handed hitter. Our friend Don says, sorry, the line moved to under 2.5. What do you think? This is my first baseball game. Well, I have to tell you, as I said before, I don't trust either of these 2 bullpens unless the Padres had a lead for the 9th inning. And then they bring Hader in, but right now they're trailing, so right now their best guys are not going to be coming into pitches. That ball was tapped foul, and the count is 1-2 to J.D. Davis. So Martinez ready to go back to work again. And here he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul at home plate. The count is 1-2. So 2.5 would become more palatable. I mean, you've only got 2 innings to go here. You've got the top and the bottom. So basically the Padres would have to come back and to walk it off, and that's doable. I think if the Padres are going to score runs, it's going to have to be in the bottom of the 8th. If they face the Giants closer, Duvall, then that becomes a bit of a challenge. Because if Duvall's on his game, then it'll be a difficult one. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, I want to thank Don for subscribing to the channel earlier on. We noticed that you hit the sub button, and we appreciate that. Hopefully you can make it back in tomorrow night when we see these same 2 teams go at it again. So here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. Don says, you think this is his first baseball game? Well, sometimes you can out-talk yourself into certain things. And as I said, in the last half inning, the Giants have the 4th worst ERA of bullpens in all of baseball. Cincinnati Reds are the worst. The Rockies and the Royals are right there with them. And then you've got the Giants. And the Giants, it's a far cry from last year when the Giants, they were able to get wine out of raisins. There's a breaking ball. I'll take it for a called 3rd strike as Davis stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that go by. That's the 3rd time tonight he has struck out, as he is retired here for out number 3. Well, there was no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board here in the top of the 8th inning. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th. If there's going to be a chance for the Padres, I think this is where it's got to come. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back after this. We appreciate you guys for being with us here. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
That's right, everybody. After the game, be sure to check out another Hollis build. Our friend VBCB Live says, how do you think the Padre fans like the Soto trade? Hard not to like it. Certainly, they got the best player, and I think they won the deal. We'll be right back, guys, in 30 seconds with the call in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. To the Padres in this half of the inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order. It'll be Myers. Then it'll be Austin Nola in for Jorge Alfaro, and then Jurickson Profar, as they are going to be facing Tyler Rogers here. As Rogers is going to be coming in to pitch here in the 8th inning. And as I said before, I think what we're going to see here is this is the opportunity for the Padres to get to the San Francisco pitcher. This is where it's going to be right here. Rogers working his 49th game. He's 2-3 on the year. He's got a fluffed up ERA at 4.62. He's worked 50 2/3 innings. He's walked 16 and struck out 32. And he is on here in relief. And so it's going to be a pinch hitter for Will Myers as Trent Grisham comes up, and the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Grisham now in for Myers. Grisham batting 194 on the year, but he's got 13 homers and 41 runs batted in. So Grisham here on to pinch hit, and then, of course, Nola to follow. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. There's a left-hander up. It is Josh Hader getting hot in the San Diego pen, as he may still come in and pitch that 9th inning. So lots of baseball left here. This is where it's going to get exciting. So no balls and 2 strikes to Grisham. And here comes the offering from the righty Rogers. It's a fastball that they call a ball. Boy, oh boy. That one there, Sean Barber's going to want to have a relook at that one after the ball game. That pitch looked pretty good. The 0-2 pitch, I don't know what you have to do to throw a strike. But the pitcher, Rogers, was already walking off the mound, and Grisham took that one. So a little bit of home cooking here for the Padres. They're half of the 8th here, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Grisham. It's hard to have to retire a batter on 4 strikes. But that's sure what it looked like there. As Grisham is retired on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Austin Nola. This is going to be Nola's first at bat of the ball game. And as Nola came on to replace Jorge Alfaro, Alfaro was limping around a little bit in that last half inning, and it looked like that he had aggravated something in his knee. And here's the pitch from Rogers. It is a changeup swung on and lifted into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And the Padres are now in business as Nola is aboard with a single, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Jurickson Profar. Well, this is exactly what the Padres needed. They need a base runner because as long as they can get up with Soto and Machado and Bell coming up, there's a chance to do some damage here. So Profar comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded to short. He's flown to left a couple of times. So the switch hitter is going to turn around here and bat from the left side for the first time tonight. He faced the lefty Alex Wood, hitting all from the right side. And here comes the first time he's hitting left-handed against Rogers, who works from the stretch position. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded on one hop over to second. They throw to the shortstop covering at second for 1. Back to first. It is going to be a double play, as that is going to retire the Padres on a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So there was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. It is the San Francisco Giants 1, the San Diego Padres no score. Stick around, everybody. We're coming back. It looks like Josh Hader coming on in relief. Glad you're with us for the call of the 9th inning. Here's our friend, Steve Rademacher, once again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out. We'll be back in 45 seconds with the call of the top of the 9th inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is the top of the 9th inning, and Josh Hader is coming on in relief. He's going to be facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the Giants batting order. It's going to be Brandon Crawford, Thairo Estrada, and Joey Bart. Since coming over to the Padres in the trade, this is going to be Hader's second appearance. He's worked in one ball game. He has got one inning pitched. He's got one strikeout, and he has picked up a victory for the Padres, and he is in here with the Giants leading here 1-0, and he's ready to go to work against Brandon Crawford, and it's the first pitch fastball that misses outside for ball one, and the count is 1-0. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, that first one from Hader. Crawford tonight is 1 for 3. He's raised his season average up to 221. He's got a single in 3 trips. And here's the offering from Hader, who kicks and delivers. It's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Hader leans in and he comes set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Crawford. The offense for both teams tonight have been challenged. 6 hits for the Giants, 5 for the Padres. Really good start by the lefty Alex Wood. A decent start by Blake Snell, but Wood was just that much better. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving over towards the foul line and making the catch is Jerkson Profar. And so 1 up and 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning, and that is going to bring up the second baseman Thairo Estrada. Well, for Estrada tonight, he's 1 for 2. He's driven in the only run for the Giants on a sac fly. He's got a single. He's grounded out and hit that sac fly to center field to score Evan Longoria back in the 4th inning. So Estrada waggles the bat, waiting on the first offering here from Hader, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. They appeal down to the first base umpire, Jeremy Riggs, but he says that Estrada didn't go. It is the right-hander Camilo Duvall up in the bullpen for the Giants. Duvall is on his game. He has some electric stuff. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Estrada. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The catcher, Joey Bart, waits his turn on deck for the Giants here in the top of the 9th inning. So now coming set is Hader. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball at 98 that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. That's a tough pitch there coming up underneath the hands at 98. But he was able to paint the inside corner on Estrada. I would be curious to see how he's going to try to put him away here. I'm anticipating slider into the back foot, but here comes the offering from Hader. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and here's the pitch. And he goes with a fastball, but it's down the middle, and it's lined up the middle past the diving second baseman of Jake Cronenworth. That ball is going to get into center field. And Estrada is now aboard with a 1-out single. It's going to bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. So for Bart, on the evening, he's got himself a single for 2. He singled, he's walked, and he's struck out looking in his 3 tips to the plate. So officially 1 for 2. So Estrada having himself a decent ball game, as he's been aboard a couple of times with a couple of hits tonight. 7 hits now for the Giants in this one. As Bart gets himself settled in the batter's box and ready to face the offering from Hader. That last pitch that Estrada hit into center field was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the pitch from Hader. It's a fastball at 98 that misses inside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. That fastball that he hit, you can see that the catcher, Nola, was setting up outside, wanted to pitch up and away, and Hader missed his spot. He put it right down the middle, and Estrada made no mistake. So here comes the 1-0 as Bart waggles the bat. Luis Gonzalez is slated to be the hitter next, but I'd be surprised if we see him. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. Have to keep our eyes peeled. I would think that they would go to the bench for a pinch hitter. There are a number of players available in this one for the Giants to come off the bench, right-handed sticks. Actually, only 1 right-handed stick off the bench. That's Austin Wynns, the catcher. 4 lefty bats on the bench tonight. As Hader throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner Estrada. I somehow don't think that they're going to take the bat out of Gonzalez's hands to replace him with Austin Wynns. Again, they throw over to first, and again, getting back easily is the base runner Estrada. They are concerned about him. Brandon Drury, who's playing at first base over there, has been all around the infield, and for that matter, the outfield this year when he was with the Reds organization. So there goes the runner, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. So they were onto something where the San Diego Padres, Estrada was going on the pitch, and as he goes headfirst into second base as the ball was fouled off, he didn't pick up that the ball had been put into play. It looked like they hit and run in that situation. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Joey Bart. As Hader gets a new baseball, and he's ready to go back at it here with the right-handed hitting catcher for the Giants. And we're just going to take a pause here as Estrada was walking it off. It looks like he may have twisted his ankle on his way into second base. I'm not sure what he did there. It was not one of the prettier slides. So whatever it was, he was a little slow and gingerly in getting himself back to his feet. So he establishes the lead over at first base. That's usually where I keep my concern on the guy. That's where they usually get off to the races and go running. And here's the pitch from Hader. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 1-2. That one was lifted over the first base dugout. Another souvenir for a San Diego Padre fan. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Hader ready to go back at it here against the catcher Bart. He gets the sign from Nola and he comes set. He checks the runner at first. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses up and in. Runs the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Josh Hader has not made it easy on himself here. As we said, he had that pitch to Estrada that he probably would have wanted back. A 1-2 pitch he left right over the plate. So Hader now comes set. He checks the runner, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on, and that ball is ruled a strike. I thought they may call the foul ball. We're going to have to wait and see on this one. But it looks like it's going to be strike 3 as he missed it. The ball ended up getting away from the catcher as it went all the way to the backstop. But because first base was occupied, Joey Bart is out. I didn't like the way that Nola tried to receive that one. He should have blocked the ball. Ball ended up squirting by him, and Estrada has taken second base. That's going to go as a wild pitch. The ball did hit the dirt first, but that was, I think, the catcher needed to do a better job on. Bart has gone on strikes for out number 2. That's slated to bring up Luis Gonzalez to bat here with 2 gone in the 9th, and that's exactly who it is as he faces the left-hander Hader, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps out of the box. He adjusts his batting gloves. And now he gets back in there to face the left-handed Hader. He waggles the bat. Hader checks the runner Estrada at second. And now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2 to Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout. Trying to find a way here to keep the inning alive for the Giants in the top of the 9th inning. Again, Hader leans in. He shakes off his catcher Nola. Now he nods in approval. Now he comes set. He holds at the belt. And now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted to deep left field. It is slicing foul. It's just going to get into the seats. There's about maybe 10 or 12 seats from the foul pole that where that ball sliced to. Gonzalez hit a long way, but that's just a foul ball for to keep the count at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. They are playing the outfield in a little bit shallow as they've got to be able to be in a position to try to throw out the runner from second base. And here's the pitch to Gonzalez. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-2. Base it to the outfield. They got to be able to try to throw Estrada out. So here comes the 1-2 offering now as lefty Hader works from the set position. He checks the runner at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's off the glove of Nola. Goes all the way to the backstop, and that moves Estrada over to third. So Nola's come into the game here. A shoddy play, not to be able to do better on the wild pitch where he tried to catch the ball that was down. And now fastball up, goes off the glove of the catcher all the way to the backstop. So both of these two are doing their part here. That's going to run the count to 2-2. Now the runner at third base here. It's a 1-0 lead for the Giants here in the top of the 9th inning, and they're looking to add another run. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And here's the offering from the lefty Hader. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away. That runs the count now to 3-2. Our friend the living room says the under 3.5, give me some of that action. Well, you never know. Still don't trust the bullpens of either of these teams. The game could be a final, and I'm still not sure I trust the bullpen for both of these clubs right now, the way they've been performing. Here comes the 3-2 to Hader, or from Hader, and he's a fastball swung on and missed. And Hader comes in and does the job as he strikes out 2 of the 3 outs that he gets here in the 9th inning. There was no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is going to be Soto, Machado, and Bell coming in to face Camilo Doval. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call after this. Here's our friend Matt again. Be sure to check out him after the ball game when you get a chance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is going to be Camilo Doval to come in to try to close this one out. It is a 1-0 lead here for the San Francisco Giants as they cruise to the bottom of the 9th inning against the Padres. It is Doval's 47th appearance of the year. He's got 45 innings. He's allowed 37 hits, 21 runs, 15 of which have been earned. He has walked 19 and struck out 57. He's got himself 14 saves on the year. So he is coming in here in a pressure cooker situation as he's going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order for the Padres, Soto, Machado, and Bell. So if he's able to close the deal here, this is definitely going to be a earned save. It's not like he's facing the Cream Puffs in the San Diego batting order. He's going to have to face all the big boys. So for Soto tonight, he's got 1 of the 3 hits. He singled in the first inning. He's grounded out, and he has struck out. So as Doval has completed his tosses, we're ready to get this one going here again. The drama in San Diego. So Doval is now completed. And here we go. Just as a reminder, we are going to be back on tomorrow night again for these same 2 teams. So if you're around, be sure to bookmark the channel and check us out. We'll be back for Game 2 of the series. The Wednesday on our schedule, we'll be returning to the Japanese League at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So hopefully you can make it in for that one as well. It'll be the Mountain Holiday, the Thursday game. So here we go as Juan Soto steps up to the plate, waiting on the first offering here from Camilo Doval, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 99 miles an hour that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Soto made a beautiful running catch in the 8th inning for Nick Martinez as he slammed into the right field wall. He's been good defensively, and he's got 1 of the 5 Padre hits. There's a fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The living room says the Mountain Holiday. Yes, the Mountain Holiday game. That is the Thursday, August the 11th in Japan, or the 10th in North America, at least on the Pacific coast. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on it. Is grounded softly over to second. Fielded by Estrada. He throws to first, and Soto is retired on a ground out 4-3 for out number 1. So 1 Padre up and 1 Padre away here in the 9th inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Manny Machado. So for Machado tonight, he is 1 for 3. He singled. He's also popped to first and flown out to right field in his 3 trips to the plate. The single that he had in the 4th inning, he had hit a laser line drive that hit the fence in left field. It was just short of getting out for a home run. He did not hustle hard out of the box. He was held to a single. If he was running hard, he would have had himself a double. Or even if he was running modestly hard, he would have had a double. Here's the first pitch from Duvall. It's a 99-mile-an-hour fastball that misses inside for ball 1. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. We got somebody that is jumping in on Twitch. And it was always one of those fun ones on Twitch. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike to Machado. As Duvall leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher. As Bell is waiting on deck. And here comes the offering from the right-hander Duvall. He checks and he delivers. And it is a breaking ball swung on. It is lined softly over to short. It's a nice catch by the shortstop Crawford, who is going to retire Machado for the 2nd out of the innings. So 2 up and 2 away. That's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Josh Bell. So for Bell tonight, he is 0 for 3. He's bounced into a fielder's choice. He is struck out and grounded to third. Bell batting from the left side tonight. It's the first time he's going to be hitting that way. And here comes the offering here from the right-hander as he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball at 100-1 that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. My friend in the living room says, do the goats and macaws go on vacation? Sometimes they do. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And there is a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Bell. Again, the right-hander Duvall gets his sign from his catcher Bart. And here comes the 1-1 offering to Bell, but now time has been called by the catcher. As Josh Bell steps out, but it was Joey Bart who was needing time. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And here comes the offering from the right-hander Duvall. He holds set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. That last pitch was at 101 miles an hour. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Padres are down to their final strike. As Duvall is rubbing up the new baseball. The Giants are looking to close this one out. A 1-0 ball game that's taking 3 hours plus to play. You would think there's been traffic all over the base paths, but there really hasn't. So now Duvall has stepped off the rubber as Joey Bart again has asked for time. There's communication issues. This is the part that drives me nuts. They've got the stuff on the kneecap from the catcher, the electronic device. There's nobody on. They don't necessarily use stuff. Now he's going back to the traditional signaling here. But now we're ready to go. Here comes the 1-2 offering as Bell waits on the delivery from Duvall, who kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is now 2-2 to Bell. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, the Switch hitting Bell batting from the left side against the right-hander Duvall. Padres down to their final strike. As Duvall gets the sign from his catcher and he comes set. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away right at home plate. Went off of the leg of Josh Bell, and it keeps the count at 2-2. Josh Bell, sometimes you don't really always appreciate when you don't see the Padres enough. And I don't see the Padres enough. He's a big fella. Of course, he's come over from the Nats and the former Pirate. They list him at 6'4" and 261 pounds. And he is all of that. He's going to have a birthday later in the week. He's going to be 30 on the 14th of August. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's a fastball swung on and missed. That was 103 miles an hour. And Duvall has literally blown away the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order. So there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Your final score, San Francisco 1, San Diego nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments to do the recap as well as the out-of-town scoreboard. We appreciate you all for stopping in here tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back after this from our friend Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Dave, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Dave at Zero Fox Sports. We're going to go take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. As all games except for one are finals. First of all, we'll begin with the American League scoreboard. It was the Baltimore Orioles knocking off the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4 today. 7-9-2 for the Orioles, 4-12-0 for the Blue Jays. Jordan Lyles got the win. He goes to 9-8 on the year for the Orioles. Kikuchi takes the loss. He's 4-6. Bautista gets his 5th save of the season for the Orioles. It was Chapman hitting his 22nd homer for the Blue Jays. Kevin Biggio hit his 3rd. 4 homers for the Orioles. Anthony Santander hit number 20. Ryan Mountcastle, number 15. Reyes hit his 12th, and Hayes hit his 13th. It was a final in Oakland, another 1-0 ball game. The Angels knocked off the Athletics. All the scoring came in the first inning on a home run by Luis Rengifo for the Angels. It was Suarez getting the win. He goes to 4-4 for the Angels. Irvin takes the loss. He's 6-9 for the Athletics. And it was Tepera who got his 2nd save for the Angels. The game that is currently going on in the American League, the Yankees have a 7-3 lead. That is in the bottom of the 8th inning against the Mariners in Seattle. Josh Donaldson's hit his 11th tonight. Mitch Haniger's hit his 4th, and Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Mariners, has hit his 16th. 7-10-0 for the Yankees, 3-4-1 for the Mariners. That game is still going in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Aroldis Chapman is in to pitch in an unfamiliar position. Bottom of the 8th. In the National League, all the games are finals. The Mets knocked off the Reds 5-1. It was 5-7-2 for the Mets, 1-9-0 for Cincinnati. Bassett got the win. He's 9-7. Dunn takes the loss. He's 0-1. Starling Marte picked up his 12th homer of the year for the Mets. Chicago Cubs knocked off the Washington Nationals today 6-3. It was Thompson getting the win for the Cubs. He's 9-5. Anibal Sanchez took the loss. He's 0-5. Rowan Wick gets his 5th save. Luke Voigt hit his 15th homer for Washington, and Menzies hit his 2nd. Home runs for the Cubs. Velasquez hit his 6th, and Morel hit his 10th. 6-11-1 for the Cubs, 3-8-0 for the Nats. Again, your final 6-3. In Arizona tonight, the Diamondbacks knocked off the Pirates 3-0. 3-6-0 for the Diamondbacks, 0-3-1 for the Pirates. Zach Gallen gets his 7th win against 2 losses. Manny Benuelos took the loss for the Pirates. Ian Kennedy got his 7th save. And this one here that we called tonight, it was the San Francisco Giants knocking off the San Diego Padres 1-0. All the scoring came in the 4th inning. A leadoff single by Evan Longoria was followed by a single to J.D. Martinez and a single to Brandon Crawford. And Tyro Estrada stepped up and hit a sac fly with nobody out to bring home in Longoria, and that was the only run of the ball game. Again, your final score here was 1-0, 1-7-0 for the Giants, 0-5-0 for the Padres. Alex Wood gets the win. He's 8-9 on the year. Blake Snell takes a tough luck loss. He's 4-6. Camilo Duvall gets his 15th save of the year. Programming notes, as we said before, we appreciate you guys all for being here. We would like to let you know that tomorrow we'll be back on for the same two teams, 6:40 Pacific, 9:40 Eastern. So hopefully you can join us, and then it'll be NPB action for the rest of the week. Have a great night, everybody. We appreciate you guys again for stopping by. Everybody, including the living room and our friend Zero Fox and everybody else, whoever else we missed. Once again, we'll catch you again tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.